if a tree falls in the wood, does it make a sound? Does it make a sound? And is that really the question that we should be asking? Is that really the question? If a tree falls in the wood, does it make a sound? I mean, these are people who have degrees. They have degrees in something, master's degrees. They have doctorates. You know, these are people that are the head of organizations, and they're trying to sit down and ask if a tree falls in the wood, does it make a sound? The important thing is not if a tree falls in the wood, does it make a sound? I mean, the important thing is, how did the tree fall? I mean, seriously, was the tree like racing? Was it in a race with other trees? I mean, maybe it was just walking. I mean, if the tree falls and it's just walking, yeah, it's gonna go damn as it's falling. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, you know, maybe there was a competition of trees. Maybe they were all running and a tree fell. Of course, the tree's gonna fall in the wood, and of course, it's gonna make a sound. I mean, I think it's gonna make a sound if a tree falls in the woods. I mean, and what about saplings? Yeah, turn that off. What about saplings? Do saplings fall? What? You know what? If a tree falls on a sapling, not only is the tree gonna make a noise, but the sapling itself is gonna make a noise because it's gonna be hurt by the tree. And I mean, and why would you stand in front of a big tree? That's why they're called saplings, because they're stupid for standing in front of a tree. And was the tree wearing shoes with traction? I mean, was it wearing maybe like some Nikes or some Converse or some really cool shoes that maybe if the trees hadn't been worried about saving money on their shoes and they would have, you know, gotten some good shoes to wear, then maybe they wouldn't have been falling and making sounds in the trees in the forest. And what kind of tree is it? That's pretty important too. I mean, that's the question that the scientists didn't ask, did they? I mean, what if it's a redwood? I mean, redwood's pretty big. It's a pretty tall tree. You know, can you even hear them up there? Can you even hear them yelling or screaming? Or a mango tree? Mango tree's if a mango tree falls in the forest, it's gonna be like projectiles everywhere. And if they're green, they're gonna hurt. Or an oak tree. An oak tree would be like, I think an oak tree would be aerodynamic. An oak tree would definitely win the race. I mean, does a tree make a noise if it falls in the woods? Of course it makes a noise. Of course it makes a noise. And what about the starting tree? What about the tree that stands right in the front of the line and says, on your mark, get set, go? And has the little starting gun, the pistol, the 22 automatic pistol that isn't even using real bullets. He's gonna make a sound. The gun's gonna make a sound. The tree's gonna make a sound. Everybody watching is gonna make a sound. All the trees, all the flowers, all the animals, and what kind of forest is this? Nobody even asked that. I mean, what kind of animals is it? I mean, is it in Brazil? If it's in Brazil, it's gonna have those big rats. They're called capibaras or something, and they're gonna have anacondas. Yeah. Oh, and what about fish? There might be a puddle there with those fish that eat everything. What are those fish called with the big teeth? Piranhas. Or what if it's in Bolivia? Huh? Or Chile? Does Chile even have a forest? Huh? What about French Guiana? Maybe these are French trees, huh? Maybe they don't speak Spanish. Maybe they're from Colombia, huh? Colombian trees, you know? You don't mess with Colombian trees. Or maybe they're from Paraguay or Uruguay, or maybe they're from Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, or Panama. What if they are Panamanian trees that keep the canal safe? Yeah, they're gonna make sound. Stupid scientists. I'm sorry, but trees do make sound. Trees make sounds all the time. Trees are alive. Everything that's alive makes sounds. I'm making sounds right now. I'm alive. My daughter makes sounds. My wife makes sounds when she sleeps. I go, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be funny. You know, don't give me that existentialism about trees not making sound. Trees make sound. Trees are alive.